Recently, I did a haul from Laura Geller. I also went through my collection and grabbed some additional products. So let's put together a makeup look using mostly Laura Geller products. Let's start off by priming my face. This here is the Spackle Skin Perfecting Primer, and this here is the Hydrate variety. As far as primers go, this is quite large. It's 2 fluid ounces or 59 ml, and it comes with a pump. The product is white and very similar to a moisturizer, which I will definitely need to moisturize my skin because the foundation I'll be using is a powder foundation and I have extremely dry skin. Now, if my skin's a little red, that's just because I smooshed my fingers onto my face. I don't know, my face always turns red when I touch it. It feels like any kind of day moisturizer, very comfortable, but let's give it a few minutes to sink in and then I'll move along to the scary powder foundation. Alright, so here is the Baked Balance-n-Brighten Color Correcting Foundation, and I have it in the shade Fair. I was influenced by Wayne Goss, who was raving about this product. I don't know how this is going to work. Supposedly it's fantastic for mature skin and even dry skin. Hello, I'm 56, so I am mature and I have extremely dry skin. But it is a powder, so I am not so sure. But we are going to be brave and test it out. It says that their iconic weightless formula is baked for 24 hours and hand finished in Italy, giving you the easy application of a powder with the benefits of a cream. It says to sweep and blend on face with a kabuki brush, and for fuller coverage, use a denser brush and apply in a painting motion. Okay, I will be using this brush here, which is kabuki-esque. It's fluffy, semi-dense, but not too dense. We're going to start off using that brush, and I don't know. I've never applied a powder brush. Ooh, as I swirl it, I don't know if you can see, it's like wafting up with the powder. All right, wish me luck. Powders can make me look extra crepey, and they tend to age me. All right, so I'm not seeing any coverage at all. Let's apply it on one side of my face. And maybe this will just be a powder for me. Not that I use powders, but in the event I ever do. As I rub it on, it's like, it's very powdery. My lights are extremely bright, so I don't know if it's picking up on camera. Oh, let me zoom in. Maybe that will help. All right, what I was saying is that I can see it's slightly darker, but there's like zero coverage, meaning all of my freckles, all of my hyperpigmentation, and even some redness, I can still see it. I have a little bit of acne here. I don't know why. Who would use this? I'm getting zero coverage. But let's go in and use a denser brush, this one here, and we'll do the swiping motions that they suggested. All right. Leave me a comment and let me know if you see any difference. It honestly looks slightly darker, but let me finish up the other side and then we'll move along to the next product. All right. It honestly looks like I have a really bad fake tan on. It's just, it covered up my hyperpigmentation slightly. And I notice it more that it's on both sides, but it's not doing a single thing about hiding redness. All of my redness you can still see. But I must say, my skin doesn't feel dry like I feared, so yay. All right, the next product is this guy here, which is a mini version of the Bake to Go multi-purpose bronzer, and this one is in the shade Fair. The travel mini size has a little mirror on the bottom, and then when you lift this up, it comes with an applicator. It's kind of like a stamp, and it has a sponge tip to it. I don't think I'll be using that, but I think that might be nice just in a pinch if you throw this little teeny thing in your purse and for whatever reason you need bronzer. It's always nice to have something to apply makeup with when you're on the go. All right, I'm gonna take this dense brush here also because it's small and can fit in here, and let's see how this is going to look. Now, when I did a swatch during the unboxing, it had kind of a red tint to it, which I prefer over an orange tint, but let's take a look here and see how this will look on my fair skin. Okay, I'm not mad at that. I'm curious how this would work over a normal, typical foundation or BB cream, because powder on powder, very interesting. All right. Okay. That is a good shade. I like how it's not too orange. And just so you can see it, I have bangs and I don't keep my hair up like this, but for those who apply up top, let me do that so you can kind of see. It definitely has a little red undertone, more so than orange. Oh, and I forgot. Let's try their brush. I picked up this brush here, which is the classic bronzer brush. It is not going to fit in here, so I'll just use it to kind of blend that out up on my hairline. This brush was only $8 and it's super soft and a little bit dense, but not overly dense. It's lovely. So if you're ever picking up something from Laura Geller, I would highly recommend this brush. I forgot to mention I am already wearing concealer. This here is from NATASHA DENONA. It's the new Hy-Glam concealer. Coming into this video, I knew these would be powdery products, and you don't want to put cream over powder, plus I don't own a concealer from Laura Geller. I don't have a blush from her, so let me get some blush on and I'll come back and use the next Laura Geller product. All right, I must say, when I applied my blush, I went a little ham and I was missing having a damp sponge that has remnants on my foundation to kind of tame it down. I guess that's something you have to deal with when using a powder foundation. All right, I do happen to have a highlighter from Laura Geller. This is also in a baked formula. This is the Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in the shade Diamond Dust. All right, here's a swatch. That is a beautiful highlighter. It has a kind of duochrome pink to slightly peachy shade. And with all these powders, I could use something that is a little glowy. All right, let's see how this works. That is very dark. I mean, when you take a look at how... I forgot when I got this, it had come out of the pan. What I was trying to say is, in the pan, it looks very, very white, but on my skin, it's very, very neon pinky orange. That's not a bad thing. It's just not a shade I would want to wear on my brow bone, and I often will take a highlighter and put it on my brow bone and in my inner corner. All right, let's move on to eyes. I have this ginormous palette from Laura Geller. This here is Nothing But Neutrals 31 Baked Eyeshadows. I want to say I got this a few years ago when I did a mystery box from Laura Geller. And honestly, I don't know that I've ever used this palette. It looks like I maybe swatched this one shade. The packaging is very bulky, and the pans are quite small. You do get 31 shades, although they're all very, very similar. All right, since I didn't have a normal liquid foundation, my discoloration on my eyelids were quite standing out. So I decided to apply the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly to prime my eyes, because I'm going to need all the help I can get. On camera it is not picking up what I'm seeing in real life. I'm very red. And this highlighter is a duochrome pinky orange, which probably would look great on the eyes, but on my cheeks, no. But let's put together an eye look. All right, so here are some swatches. These are the matte shades, which are very light, but what I thought was spectacular were the shimmer shades were beautiful. This packaging is horrible for putting together an eye look. All right, I'm gonna go into this kind of nudie, soft tan brown and get that in the crease. That shade is pretty in the pan, but I can barely see anything on my eyelids. All right, I guess it's there, just I'm certain my camera's gonna wash that out. All right, let's use this shade next to deepen that up and see if any color pigment will actually show up on camera. Okay. That's a very nice kind of cool toned purpley brown. I'm gonna drag that purpley brown under my eyes. Oof. These are so powdery. Like as I drag it, like dust is wafting in the air, which I can smell, and it's kind of going into my eyes. Oy, oy, oy. Let me know, are you into products from Laura Geller? I know I'm her target audience, but honestly, I'm a Charlotte girl. All right, let's continue on. I messed up. Let's see if we can't fix what I did. It's another issue I'm discovering is if you're sloppy like I am, what I normally do is take a makeup wipe, but then I go in with my dampened sponge that has liquid foundation and I just pounce it out. With a powder foundation, you're kind of like, oops, you better get your makeup right, because I just realized I probably made that worse, not better. Can you take more of the foundation and help out your situation? Let's find out. All right, let's move along and finish this eye look. All right, let's take this kind of deeper shimmer shade and get it kind of on the outer part, like right there. Oh, it's not as dark as I thought. All right, let's just put it all over the lid, because then we'll be done with this eye look faster. All right, that's a pretty shimmer and a very basic eye look. I'm going to take this shimmer shade here and put that in my inner corner, and then if it's okay, that's good. And then I think I'll put that one on my brow bone. That would be a fantastic highlighter shade for my cheeks instead of this peachy pink color. I want to deepen up the outer corner, so I'm going to go into the darkest shade in the pan here and see if I can't get a little dimension on the eyes without messing up. I'm just going to take this fluffy brush and just kind of blend. All right, let's finish up with the lip products. This here is the Jelly Balm in the shade In the Buff, and I picked this up in my most recent haul. Let me do a swatch. For a shade called In the Buff, that is a bright fuchsia. I tested that product out in that haul video. If you missed it, I'll link it in the eye above. I'm going in for one of my favorite lipsticks. I've owned this for a couple years and I don't even remember where I got it. And that product is this one here, which is the Iconic Baked Sculpting Lipstick. I have it in the shade Bowery Ballerina. And Bowery Ballerina is my jam. It's right here. It's a nice, soft, kind of neutral to cooler tone pink, which is, if you follow me, thank you, is my favorite kind of lip shade. Washes me out. I know. but I like shades like this. All right, let me go off camera, add some eyeliner, touch up my mascara, and come back and give my final thoughts. All right, so what are our thoughts? I'm gonna try to take some pictures. If so, I'll insert them so you can see legit this highlighter shade. I really don't think it's picking up on camera how intense and holographic pinky orange it is. I'm also giving myself realtor vibes who has a fake tan and is wearing a lip shade that's too light. So if I think something's too light, it's too light. So I'm going to go in and try the one that I thought was too Barbie doll pink that I got in the recent haul, but it probably will work better. I don't know. I'm already a hot mess, so what's one more product that I probably won't like? All right, it just deepened up the madness going on here. It's very comfortable. I'm just not thrilled with the shade I got. And as you know, when you shop online, the pictures they show never, ever, or rarely represent the actual shade of the product. All right, let's recap. I think you already know my thoughts on today's products. So, leave me a comment if you've ever used this powder foundation or any powder foundation and what you like and enjoy about them. It just made me look like I have a really bad fake tan. It didn't even out my complexion. I can still see redness. I can still see freckles, hyperpigmentation. It just made my skin darker and not in a good way. I will say it's comfortable. Like my skin doesn't feel dry and I'm not seeing the crepiness that I typically see. So that's a good thing. But I wear foundation because I don't like redness and 50,000 freckles, and I like everything to be evened out. So for me, pass. The bronzer, I think is decent. I'll have to try it again wearing a typical liquid foundation or BB cream because this on top of the powder, it's a little too much. But overall, I can't complain. I forgot to mention, the primer is a primer. It honestly felt just like a moisturizer, which I'm fine with. The eyeshadow, I think, was okay. I really enjoyed the shimmer shades. The mattes were a little soft, but I'm a neutral queen, so I'm fine with that. I don't like the packaging. It's so big. It's so bulky. There's so many shades. It's like, which one do I reach for? If they had a palette that was like 12 or 15 pan palette, I'm sure I'd reach for that quite frequently. This one, you gotta lift the box lid off and But let me know if you've tried that eyeshadow palette before. The lip products I really enjoy. It's all about finding your shade. And sadly, they don't make this lipstick anymore. I know this because I tried to get a backup when I did that haul. And that's how I ended up with this one here, which is super comfortable. It's very balmy, glossy, moisturizing, and quite pigmented. I'm just not a fan of what they advertise as a buff shade, which is very pink, but not my super soft nudie pink. It's a little more fuchsia pink. But hey, that's what happens when you shop online. All right, let me zoom back out. All right, so here is the final look. Let me know your thoughts and let me know what you think of Laura Geller. All right, I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so by now, I would love if you would subscribe. For those who have, thank you so much. Remember to click that bell icon so you can be notified of future videos. And if you can do me a big favor, clicking that thumbs up really does help with my channel to grow. All right, thanks everyone.